All right. Welcome to Unfiltered. This is a side note. The reason I make these videos is because for many, many years, I was lost and I was alone. I was beaten down and tormented. I was a slave to the negative thoughts in my mind. I hated life and I hated myself and I had no hope. If you are watching these videos, just understand very clearly, there is no script and there is no teleprompter. These words, they are flowing from my heart and flowing out of my mind. I pour out my life on these videos so that you may have hope and so that you may be liberated from the chains that enslave you. I understand your struggle and I understand your pain. Many of these videos, from the long unfiltered videos to the unfiltered side notes, they focus and they center on the mind. Because the way you think about yourself and about life, they can make or break you. Paul said in Romans 12, he said, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing unto God. And then he said, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not conform, do not follow after, do not mold yourself after the pattern of this world any longer, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Paul is saying very clearly that your whole life can be transformed if you would just think differently. See, this world, it teaches us to think chaos and anger and resentment and revenge. It teaches us backbiting and backstabbing, and it teaches us to kick people when they're down and to never forgive and hate your enemies. And teaches us to pursue things like money at the cost of our own health and our own family. Only later in life for us to actually have what we have been chasing and to be unsatisfied about it. Have you ever pursued a business or a relationship with everything you had and with all of your time and all your money, and then when you got it, you thought, is this it? I've been chasing this for so long and this is all that this is? This is so unsatisfying. This is not what I thought it was going to be. See, if you let the world teach you and you follow after the pattern of this world, you will be running and chasing and giving everything you got to things that have no value and that are unimportant. Paul said, do not conform. Do not follow after the pattern of this world any longer, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, the way you see yourself, it creates the world around you. The things that you focus on, the choices you make, the decisions you make, they are a reflection of what is important to you. And so people say they love their family, but if they never stop and spend time with them, then their choices, they actually prove otherwise. People can say that they love you and then stab you right in the back. People can say a lot of things, but it is the actions. That's what's really important. Paul said, don't chase after the pattern of this world. This world teaches you to be bitter and angry. It teaches you to hold on to resentment and seek revenge. And when people do you wrong, seek out revenge and get back at them. But God said, vengeance is mine. See, Jesus came, and when he was teaching something different. His disciples said, Lord, how many times should I forgive someone? 7 times? See, the disciple thought, ooh, this is a big number. 7 times must be big. And Jesus said, no, I say forgive someone 70 times, 7 times. That little bit that disciple thought he was making a point about, Jesus blew it out of the water. Jesus said, you have been told to hate your enemies, but I say love your enemies and pray for those who do you wrong. Do not hold on to resentment, but yet forgive. See, these are things that do not go along with the pattern of this world. But if you follow the pattern of this world, you will find yourself void and empty on the inside and unsatisfied and unhappy, lacking joy, lacking peace. And like me, you will find yourself alone, beaten down, tormented, and a slave to the thoughts in your mind. I wish that I could tell you the things that I'm teaching you are just so quick and so easy, but this is a process. You are going to have to develop new thoughts. And over time, as you develop new thoughts, you will be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It is so easy in this stress-filled world to be distracted from that which is important. We can run over here and run over there and do this and do that, and pretty soon we have no peace and no joy, and many days have passed and we don't even know what we are doing. I found myself as a grown adult thinking, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to be successful. I don't know how to be a man. I don't know how to have integrity. I don't know how to have a proper and healthy and functioning relationship. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost, I'm afraid, and I'm beaten down. If that is you right now, there is hope. Jesus will teach you new things that will transform your life. If you have been feeling the tug of God in your life right now, then you need to keep pursuing him. If he has been teaching you things, then you need to meditate on and reflect on these things, and they will absolutely transform the way that you think. And when you are transformed in your thoughts and in your mind, everything in your life will be transformed. Things that you thought were difficult at times, they will be much easier. Things that used to overwhelm you, all of the temptation that has been beating you down, you will find an inner strength that you have never had. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Came to believe that this thing that I am lacking, the strength that I do so desperately need, he is that strength, and he will pick me up and he will carry me. Paul said, do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Every day you need to stop, unplug from the phones, unplug from the madness, unplug from the stress, and you need to meditate and reflect on the amazing truths that God is teaching you. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. When you know the truth, it will make you free. It will break the chains that enslave you. The things that have been holding you back, they will no longer be holding you back, and you will be able to run with the strength that you have never had. But you have to no longer conform to the pattern of this world. Don't let the world around you teach you. Let God above teach you. Let your Father carry you through these hard times, and you will start to develop strength. And over time, that emptiness inside of you will be filled with peace and with joy. If you are attempting to be sober right now and you are continually relapsing, I want you to know you have got to get God in your life. If you try to be sober and you do not believe in God, and you come to this thing with God and you say, I don't want to hear anything about that, then you are going to be sober, and you're going to have an emptiness and a void inside of you, and you are going to be very unhappy. If I did not have joy, if I did not have peace, and if I did not have God, I simply would not be sober. I would be running back to the chemicals that I leaned on for so many years. But now that I have this joy and this peace, it is unspeakable. It is amazing. It is more than I have ever had. And the joy and the peace that I have right now makes going back to my old ways. It seems like that's not even a temptation anymore. Those are not even a drive for me. Because that what I have now makes all those old things in the past that enslaved me, they seem unremarkable, unsatisfying. I have lost the taste to pursue that which is counterfeit, because now I have found he who is genuine. If you are struggling today and you feel an emptiness and a void inside of you, you should let God in, and you should let him carry you. If you are beaten down by guilt and shame, let it go and move on. I make these videos so that I can pour out to you the things that he has poured into me. I was once bound and enslaved for most of my life, and now I am liberated, I am happy, and I am full of joy. And all of these words flow out of my heart, and I mean every one of them. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Make it a goal every day to stop, unplug, and think new thoughts. Think about his goodness. Think about letting go of the things that have held you back. Instead of holding on to resentment and seeking revenge, forgive and move on. See, forgiveness that does not mean that what has been done to you is now right. It does not give them some kind of justification. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you, so that you don't have to carry this load and be beaten down anymore in life. See, the way that you think can make or break you. You need to make yourself think better thoughts over and over and over, and you will start to develop a healthy thought life. Do not conform to the pattern of this world any longer. Unplug from the insanity and plug into Jesus. Plug into your Father, and He will supply you with everything that you need. I make these videos because I love you, and He has put unconditional love in my heart, and I want to pour that into you. For those of you who are broken, He can fix you. For those of you who are weak, He can give you strength. I know these things because I am a visual hope, a living example of what God can do in your life. The chains that used to enslave me are now mere ashes at my feet. I make these videos so that you may be encouraged. I love you. Have an amazing day.